check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Check. Check.
you could just pop this off and then hold it, take it, or if you want to just move the whole thing over if you want, and then hold it. Okay. So there's going to be opening comments first. I don't think anybody's here for opening comments. So if you want to just no opening, but no one's going to come and talk, right? No. So I'll just move this over for now. So yeah, so Dennis, we'll just keep this right here actually, probably.
Okay, great. That works. That works for you. That works for me.
Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Claudia? Here. Tracy Ellen? Here. Barbara? Here. Alan? Here. Annette? Here. Stephanie? Here. John? Here. Doug? Here. Al?
Here.
Louis? The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, the Riverdale Regional Board of Education has caused notice of this regular meeting to be publicized by having the date, time, and place thereof sent to the Record and the Star Ledger newspaper, the constituents, borough clerks, and borough libraries, as well as posting in the school district principal offices, faculty rooms, and the board office. According to New Jersey Public Law 2001, Chapter 226, the smoking or use of any tobacco product is strictly prohibited anywhere in the public buildings, school buildings, or anywhere in school grounds, including but not limited to parking lots, grassy areas, and athletic fields. Violators will be subject to a fine not to exceed $100.
Tracy.
The mission of the Riverdale Regional School District is to provide a safe, student-centered environment in which each student is valued and respected, to challenge each student to reach their potential, to nurture every student's intellectual, social, physical, and emotional growth, to promote a healthy work ethic, a passion for learning, and a respect for oneself and others, to develop responsible citizens for our diverse community and an ever-changing world, to continue to involve our community in an active partnership, to provide all students the opportunity to achieve and exceed the New Jersey student learning standards.
Thank you. Let's move into public comments on any agenda items only. I don't see anybody sitting out here from the public, so we'll go into the first of our two presentations tonight. We have the Riverdale Regional School District Girls Indoor Track Team, Group 2 State Championship Team for a presentation tonight.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to the Board of Education for this opportunity to recognize and celebrate our girls' indoor track team's accomplishments publicly. This past winter season, under the guidance and direction of coaches Mike Urso, Lauren McDonald, Michelle DiVincenzo, Steve Iafredi, Lou Saragnano, and Eric Anderson, the girls' indoor track team claimed the New Jersey Group 2 state championship. On the way to that state title, the team also won the North 1 Group 2 sectionals and the Big North Conference Patriot Division championships. The girls' indoor track program were also New Jersey Group State champions in 2016 and sectional champions in 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. This year, the team won a very close state meet, 29-27, over annual state championship contenders Haddonfield, Rumson Fairhaven, and nearby Demorest. Many, if not all, of these same young ladies helped our spring track team to the Bergen County Relays Group B Championship this past Friday and Saturday right here at Riverdale. At this time, we'd like to call up the members of the team and present them with their state championship pullovers, which they helped to pick out and select. First is Sarah Cookson. Alex Grievous. Sarah, come right here. Amelie Moon. Emily Tershman. Rachel Mills. Marissa Schoenberg. Christina Allen. Angelica Harrelou. Samantha Weiss. Isabella Gabay. Abigail Ra. Ava Ebnetter. And Abriana Rilveria, sorry. Please join me in one final congratulations and round of applause on a tremendous season and the New Jersey State Group 2 Championship to our girls indoor track program. Thank you, girls. Congratulations.
Just before they all go, one of the things that has been a blessing at Riverdale is having support staff that helps like these young ladies grow. And I couldn't, we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge Mike Urso and his winning ways, if you will. Mike not only makes a connection with kids in school, which is his primary responsibility. If you ask him what he does, he's a teacher, then he's a coach. And so he makes a connection in the classroom, which extends then outward to everybody else. And I don't think there's a coach that's more successful at Riverdale over all of the 57 years of its existence than our coach, Mike Urso. So, Mike, thank you for all the efforts that you've put forward on behalf of these young ladies and the whole other track teams that you've been involved with. Oh, and Dennis. Ladies, you are most welcome to stay with us for the rest of the board meeting. I think you could get extra credit in class tomorrow, but if you don't want to, we'll just pause a moment to let everybody set up the next meeting and then go from there. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
So this evening, I'm just going to review the budget presentation for next year's budget. First, I'd like to thank the Budget and Finance Committee, board members, and Patrick Fletcher, our superintendent, for all the support and input when putting this presentation together and for the working on the budget. This first slide shows our district enrollment, and that you can see over the years we fluctuate up 10, down 10, but all in all, it's pretty consistent. This slide compares this year's budget, the adjusted budget, to next year's budget, the 22-23. As you can see, the first line, the general fund, there's been a change. It's increased by $644,502. The capital outlay also has increased, and that's due to the fact that this present year we did the security vestibules, and next year we'll be doing the replacement of the track. The grants, there's a decrease for over $1 million, and that's because this year we got a tremendous amount of state funding because of COVID-19. Our debt service also has decreased by a small amount. That's because our bonds are coming close to being retired, so our interest rates, our interest payments, I should say, have been decreasing. On this slide, this is our revenues of what makes our whole budget. Majority of our revenue comes from our taxes and our state aid. Our appropriations, what makes up all our spending, 41% is for our instructional, that's both for general and special education. We have about 14% of the budget is for benefits, and then you have 17% of the budget is for the support staff and services. Fiscal and efficiencies, basically what we're trying to do is find the best program that's going to save the most money for the district. So we join consortiums, we join cooperatives, anything that will get the items at a little less expensive. The budget basically, overall, this new budget basically maintains everything we have, addresses our safety needs, maintains our buildings, and it addresses all the guidelines from this New Jersey statutory caps. The municipal share, the tax impact, what this budget, the impact this budget has on the taxpayers. As you can see, the last couple of years, the percentage share between the towns has been flipping back and forth. And for next year, on the average home in Oradell, the taxes will go down $28.48. And on the average home in River Edge, the taxes will go up $122.53. And the overall tax increase of this budget is 1.83%, which is below the 2% allowed by the state. Does anyone have any questions for me? That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trudy.
Okay, well, let's get into the student member report. It looks like Lewis is flying solo tonight, so Lewis, the stage is yours.
Well, thank you. So yeah.
Hold on one sec.
Okay, so I'll begin. So first, let me just get into the sports report, even though we did sort of already get some of that. So first off, I'll talk about baseball. We defeated Preston Catholic last week, 6-5. Boys golf, we beat Ridgewood, Fort Lee, Dwight Morrow, and we have a 93 record, so it's pretty good. Boys tennis, they beat Westwood 4-1 last week. For the girls golf, they defeated Westwood, and they bring up right now, I think, a 3-2 record. Girls lacrosse, they beat Bergen Tech and Paramus. The Hawks have been going strong in these sports. and attempting in softball in their victory over Holy Angels, Pascack Hills, and Pascack Valley, and Dumont. And of course, the biggest event of the entire thing tonight was the track, which they managed to win, at least for the girls, they won the county relays. That's a huge win for Riverdale. And so now let's move on to some of the recap on the other stuff besides just sports. And so of course we had the Wizard of Oz showing, here down in Riverdale. That was excellent. I went to go see it myself. Big shout out to the RD drama. It was excellent. J prom happened. So the juniors, they had the prom. I heard it was great. And right now also we have the DECA team down in Atlanta. They are competing. They're gonna go strong. So big shout out to DECA. That's why Jacqueline's in here actually. So hopefully they do well. Going on this week, also big week for the freshmen as they will be doing the NJSLA testing. So that is between Tuesday and Thursday in the mornings. And if I'm not wrong, it's for literacy or English. Now I'll move on to the upcoming events here in Riverdale. First one being is that, as was announced this week, every Tuesday now hosted by the sophomore officers, they will be doing a Trivia Tuesdays here at Riverdale, which they will have it be said, a trivia type of questions over the announcements, and then people can try to win a free treat at lunch. And then this Wednesday, at 7 o'clock in the high school cafeteria actually, the Tri Music Honor Society will be hosting their open mic night. Anyone's allowed, and there'll be free snacks and stuff there. And also, big thing this Thursday is the Honor Society's induction ceremony. This will be the first one that we've had ever since the COVID pandemic, and it will also be Mr. Pepe's first induction ceremony, so it'll be something pretty special for Riverdale. And one last thing is that the Best Buddies and Stigma Free Club will be hosting their tie-dye for Autism Acceptance event on Friday, this Friday, April 29th, sponsored by the high school SGO. And the freshmen will have their freshman formal next week on May 3rd. And that concludes my report.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take a breath.
Yeah.
Okay, my report is basically, as we're entering the home stretch of the school year here, there is a lot of communication coming from various different channels. I know the building principal send out emails, the guidance newsletter had a lot of information as well. And just to recap a couple of things that I have, put together from some of these emails, state testing, including AP exams, begin on May 2nd, and there will be some modified report times at the high school to accommodate these tests. And Patrick sent out an email, which I'm sure everybody's going to be happy about. We had the emergency day givebacks, 4 days that are going to be combined with the Memorial Day weekend holiday. So that'll start on Thursday, May 26th, and run through Wednesday, June 1st. So 4 of those days were given back, if I'm not corrected, 4, correct? So that makes a nice long, it's almost 6 days to sit back and relax and enjoy the holiday. End of year activities for both schools will start on June 2nd. April 1st, Mr. Pepe sent out an email in the subject line was important dates for spring of '22. And if you would reference that email, Mr. Pepe put together a nice little spreadsheet broken down by month, some of the important dates to look forward to. So you can refer back to that April 1st email. There's also a survey that is out for Riverdale students and families that we would hope everybody would take the time, which I'm told it takes 20 to 25 minutes to complete this survey. And it'll give your feelings regarding the district and what we might be able to do to make it a better place for everybody. And then lastly, for the board members here, I know I had a discussion earlier with Annette about the school board workshop down in Atlantic City, the convention for board members running from October 24th through 26th. If you haven't already, contact Stephanie, Trudy's secretary, to book. I know I'm going. I believe Alan's going.
I'm going to go.
You're going to go?
Yes,
Stephanie, you have any plans to attend? Or?
That's what I was informed of today.
Oh.
Stephanie's going as well.
Okay. Okay, good. So if anyone else, there'll be a fair amount of us attending. So if anyone else wants to join in on the fun, please contact Stephanie. That's all I have, so I'll pass it on to Patrick.
Okay, so my report consists of, oh, no, he said that, and he said that, and he said that. So I'll be the bummer of the group. While we are suggesting that we will be having that long Memorial Day weekend, please keep in mind that there's always a possibility there could be a closure which could affect one of those days. It's highly unlikely, but we have to keep in mind that that is a possibility. And then the second piece of it is, due to the timing of school boards, we will have to adjust our calendar. There's a meeting that one of our board meetings conflicts with that, and we may have to adjust the summer meeting as well. So I will get a list to you guys as quickly as we can to address that issue. And that concludes my report.
Okay. Let's jump into the committee reports. Budget and Finance? Nothing, just the budget being presented tonight. Facilities and Security?
We have not had a meeting, but Judy informed me how well the new sound system is.
Yes, I've been told that as
excited
well.
about that.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Go with the field.
May 2nd, we do have a budget in front of us.
Right. Okay. Community Relations and Technology?
We haven't met recently, but our next scheduled meeting is May 9th.
Okay. Curriculum?
We did meet
Mm-hmm.
on Vito's second day. We got an update from several of the supervisors regarding all the curriculum revisions. It will be an onslaught in late August of information for everyone to then be approving curriculum at our first meeting in September for inclusion in the 22-23 school year. So we ahead of time appreciate everybody digging in to what is usually very cumbersome on a good day, and this will be kind of worse than that. And people's flexibility in because it may be a chunk then, and then it may be a chunk 10 days later for potentially the next meeting in September. So we appreciate ahead of time, and it has a lot to do with a lot of the revisions that all came together at once, and that some of the curriculum is just in its regular cycle, but to let anybody know who is familiar with the former format of curriculum, it was very, curriculum generally, you can look on any of the ones that we have here, it's very narrative. And this is going to be much more like a graph-like, it's gonna have a lot more differentiation listed in it. I would hope it's going to be more user-friendly. Less for people to read about where the 12 pages of the standards and what's actually in the curriculum, but we haven't seen it fully done yet. We've only seen samples of what some of the pages are. So it will be a totally different look than what curriculum looked like before. And that will be the same going forward. So I believe it's math and language arts that will stay in the former format until they're revised on their regular cycle. And then we had a nice opportunity to talk about some ongoing curricular items with Vito and welcome him, and he will continue to keep us informed and as we move forward and he gets more acquainted with the building and the direction that we want to go in. Am I missing anything?
Thank you. Claudia, policy?
Policy, so we have a meeting coming up, I can't recall the date, but we've been doing a lot of online email meetings, so there are two policies that are on tonight's agenda. They are for second reading. It's the 2000 series 2224-1, which is Title IX, sex-based discrimination, and then out of the 2000 series, this is for regulations and exhibit, and it's Title IX, sex-based discrimination procedure and grievance process and discrimination sexual harassment report form. So it has been a lot, and I apologize because it was a lot to read. So that's it.
Okay. Let's hop into the consent agenda. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
I got Stephanie, and then we'll have Claudia second that. Does anybody have any questions or concerns or issues about anything on the consent agenda?
Iceland in 5 days. Yeah. That's quick. Is it because our break is short, or that's just the trip? It's because our
It's a
break is
little bit of
short?
both.
Okay.
A little bit of both.
That is a short trip. Sure.
Anything else? Okay. Trudy?
Claudia,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
John, Annette,
Yes.
Tracy Ellen,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes, I'm going to abstain from 9A because I wasn't at one of the meetings.
Al,
Yes. Okay. The first vote outside of consent is under 12, miscellaneous. This is what Claudia just referenced. A, it is recommended by the superintendent and board approve the second reading of the following policy 2000 series 2224.1, Title IX, sex-based discrimination. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Claudia? Second? Stephanie. And I guess since this is a second reading, it's open to any public comment, which I don't see any, so we'll jump right into the vote.
Claudia,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Tracy Ellen,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes.
Al.
Yes. Also under miscellaneous 12, letter B, it is recommended by the superintendent that the board approve the reading of the following regulation and exhibit. 2000 series, 2224.1-R, Title IX, sex-based discrimination procedures and grievance process, and 2224.1-E, discrimination, sexual harassment report form. May I have the motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Claudia, thank you. Second,
I'll second.
Stephanie. And Trudy, when you're ready.
Claudia,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
John, Annette, Tracy Ellen,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes.
Al.
Yes. Okay, the next vote is under 13, Finance and District Operation. Letter H. The superintendent, at the request of the board secretary, recommends that the board accept line item transfers and the adjustments as listed in the financial report for the month ending March 2022. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, John, thank you. Trudy?
Claudia,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Tracy Ellen,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes.
Al.
Yes. Next on the agenda is also under 13, Finance and District Operation K. Be it resolved to approve a school district final budget for the fiscal year 2022-2023 school year for submission to the Executive County Superintendent's Office as follows. I'm just going to do this real quick. Tax levy of $32,649,633 with total all expenses of $38,810,386. There is a capital reserve withdrawal of over $1 million, $1,008,888 for the, it represents the expenditures for the construction elements or projects that are in addition to the facilities efficiency standards determined by the commissioner as necessary to achieve the core curriculum content standards. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Ellen?
Second.
John? I'm assuming there are no questions since we've been through the budget a couple times already. Any questions about the budget? Okay, Trudy, thank you.
Claudia,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Tracy Ellen,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes.
Al.
Yes. Next here is also under 13, Finance and District Operation L. The Riverdale Regional School District Board of Education provides that the Board of Education shall establish in the annual school budget a maximum expenditure amount that may be allotted for such travel and expense reimbursement for the 22-23 school year. Be it resolved that the Riverdale Regional School District Board of Education hereby establishes the school district travel maximum for the 22-23 school year in the sum of $60,000, and be it resolved that the school business administrator shall track and record these costs to ensure the maximum amount is not exceeded. May I have a motion, please?
That's good.
Doug?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Claudia. Trudy?
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Al?
Yes. Okay. Keep on going here. Under 13 as well, Finance and District Operation, letter U. A number of Board of Education in Bergen County have joined together to form a joint insurance group. I'm just going to kind of pick out some highlights here. The Board of Education of Riverdale Regional School District has determined that membership in the Northeast Bergen County School Board Insurance Group is in the best interest of the district. Be it resolved that the Board of Ed of Riverdale does hereby agree to join membership in the Northeast Bergen County School Board Insurance Group and hereby accept the bylaws as approved and adopted. The term is from July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2025. May I have a motion, please?
Make the motion.
I'll have Alan and
I'll
Claude.
second.
Okay, Stephanie. Trudy?
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Al?
Yes. The final vote outside of our consent agenda is a long one, so, and this has all been printed in the agenda previously, so if anybody wants to go back and read all of this, I'm just going to highlight it. It's under Finance and District Operation, letter V. The Superintendent and Board Secretary recommend the Board appoint Burton Agency, Inc., herein referred to as a consultant, to serve as the risk management consultant. The consultant has offered to the Board professional risk management consulting services consistent with the industry standard and possesses the requisite education, license, skills, and experience. The term of this appointment shall commence on July 1, 2022, and shall run until June 30th, 2025, and until a successor is appointed and qualified. May I have a motion, please?
Make that motion.
Claudia, thank you. And second,
I'll second.
Alan. Okay, Trudy?
Claudia?
Yeah.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Al?
Yes. May I have a motion to move one item from the executive session over to the regular session, please?
I'll make a motion to.
Stephanie, I
I'll
have
second,
that. Claudia?
23.
Okay, yes, it's,
Claudia's got seconds up for sale, so.
okay. Let me just see where this came from. It was a long. Under E on executive agenda, under appointments, number 23, it is recommended by the superintendent that the board approve the appointment of Juan Rodriguez to the position of building service employee for the 21-22 school year effective April 18th, 2022 at a salary of $39,292, including a $13.50 Black Seal stipend.
I'll make that motion.
May let's have another motion.
Well, you did
You
already.
did make the motion.
We can second it, we can,
That's it.
Trudy, when you're ready.
Claudia?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Tracy Ellen?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Barbara?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
He was just trying to breathe.
Okay, that brings us to old business, new business. Please.
So I do want to echo Lewis's sentiments about the drama club and the Wizard of Oz, and just kind of bowled over by some of the voices, and they had 2 different casts, which is amazing, and we had Junior Pepes and other staff children who joined, given that there were so many opportunities for younger cast members. So that was pretty nice to see it be such a community event. So we thank you for that invitation. I heard from Mr. Bonfiglio, and he is growing things in a garden down there in Florida, and says hello to everyone. He was showing me something on one of his shelves, and then showed me his little plant, and told me he was going to start getting some bees, and I told him Claudia was on the next training.
Tell me he's taking up humanities.
He's taking humanities course. I don't think he's ready to expand
Okay.
his
We're
cultural
safe.
outlet quite yet. But he seems, it's nice when somebody retires and really enjoys their retirement. So he seems to be certainly heading on that path. So just wanted to share.
Very good. Anybody else have anything? Old business, new business? Annette?
I just had that question. We said we were doing that survey. Did we have a general sense of what the updated participation was on that?
Yeah, well, the students are relatively a captive audience, so we're over 90% with the student response. Right now, we're running about just below 30% of parental response. So there'll be one more reminder that I'll send out before the survey closes on Friday.
Thanks.
Is that typical for family members?
No, our participation's been high. This is the 3rd year in a row that we're doing it, so it's our participation's been pretty high.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? I'll open it up to public comments on anything pertaining to Riverdale Regional School District. The silence is deafening. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Lloyd, second? Doug, all in favor?
Doug takes a good second.
Fine. 8:41.